Hello, everyone. Good morning, happy Monday, and welcome to my podcast, Monday Morning Muse. August is here, and I read this beautiful quote about August by Victoria Erickson. August is the slow, gentle month that stretches out the longest across the span of a year. It yawns and lingers on with the light in its palms. And I wish for all of you nothing but peace and quiet amidst the bustling lives while we sit back and cherish this month. My mornings have a set routine of late, especially after my son started preschooling. And if it's my work from home days, then I cuddle my son as much as I can and lazily we both get up around 8:15. By 9:15, his auto tata, he comes honking his loud horns, which we can hear from 3 streets away. So from 8:15 to 9:15, a lot goes on like in the war field. His morning rituals, my morning rituals, his snacks. Sometimes I wonder how simple it was to just pack a few cookies like our times. Nope, now they need healthy snacks. So yeah, I pack his snacks, pack his bag. Sometimes in between all this, feed him breakfast if he denies eating from my mom. Uniform change, and by 9:15 we are done with everything. By 9:15 we leave, so he is ahead of his prayer at 9:30. I drop him off half-heartedly and I come back to make breakfast for my parents and myself, and by 10:30 everything including lunch is done and the vessels are shoved into the sink before my maid comes. After all the rush, I make a strong filter coffee. I take it up to my room, switch on the AC, and I enjoy my filter coffee. Taking in the aroma and relishing the bitterness lingering on my tongue, that moment, it's my peace. The moment I look forward to in my day. And when my husband is at home too, at times he makes me my coffee. One such day I heard someone saying, "Oh, lucky, your husband is there making coffee for you." And I thought, why not? Which era do we live in? I remember my mom waking up at 3 and 4 in the mornings to make sure our life is comfortable, but I have never seen her take some rest. Homemaker is the most tedious job I can say, as something or the other keeps coming up. Now, when I think of it, I feel how happy my mom would have felt if my dad, or after we grew up, came back home from office and told, "Amma, you sit, we'll make you a cup of coffee," or "Today the dinner is on us." Until recently, that too, out of her health condition, we haven't given her that kind of happiness. I guess our grandparents have pampered our boys a bit too much. There is a movie, Ustad Hotel in Malayalam, where the hero wanders around in the kitchen while his dad comes in and he chucks him out asking, "What's your job here?" He ends up being a chef, but it took his dad a long while to accept him in his apron. So why this disparity? I feel cooking is a basic life skill everyone must know irrespective of the gender. If your wife is sick, instead of ordering on Swiggy or Zomato, a home-cooked, spicy, hot pepper rasam with a dollop of ghee on top of a hot, steaming rice, it'll do the job better. Imagine this. The husband is done with work early, reaches home before the wife. Wife is stuck at office or at home in meetings. And once done, the wife comes to the table to find hot rotis. It necessarily need not be gol rotis. And even if it is with just achar and curd, after a tiring and long day, imagine the happiness and peace she must go through then. I can proudly say there were many times when my husband got me my dosa to the room to make sure I eat in between my meetings. Forget all this. Say your wife or mom is not at home and you're alone for a month. 2 days, 3 days, hotel food, canteen food. Then you might still continue, but who knows the quality of the food on your plate? But at the same time, if you know to make sabjis and to keep rice, just 2 spoons of curd and sabji will do the job. At least your gut will be happy rather than the greasy biryanis and fried rice every day. So it is a life skill, right? One another life skill which we must learn, I feel, is swimming. And the sooner, the better. Like now, even if I have the luxury of a sweetheart who would pick me and drop me for swimming classes, I don't think I will ever get the guts to jump into the water. But had I learnt it at a younger age, I would have been okay to dive before that fear creeps in. In our case, both my husband and me, we don't know to swim, but at least my husband is planning to learn along with my son when he grows up. And I say, both of you learn and save me when I drown. But jokes apart, even if you can't save others, learn it enough to save yourself from drowning, I would say. Another most essential at this age, driving. Anything, two-wheeler, four-wheeler. I am an overthinker, and sometimes during late nights when I'm lost in my imaginary situations created in my head, I think, what if some emergency pops up in the house and my husband is out for work? How will I rush to the nearest hospital? And I heard the story from my cousin. A couple with kids abroad, the lady suddenly announces that she's going to learn driving. And the old man asks, "Have you gone nuts to do all this at this age?" But she ignores all that, obtains her license. And one fine evening, when they sit enjoying the rain over a hot cup of tea, the old man starts profusely sweating, holding his chest, and she catches the symptoms. With the maid's help, she puts him into the car, rushes to the hospital, and saves him on time. This is not an imaginary situation. This happened for real. And to be honest, I believe these stuffs should be included from a very early age, like part of the school curriculum. Not driving, of course, but stuffs like cooking, swimming, basic electrical works like to change the tube light, I still don't know, basic plumbing works, etc. And most importantly, financial planning. From a very small age, kids have to be taught how to manage the spendings, how to save, what can be done out of their pocket money. Let's reserve this for a separate topic as such, but yeah, one of the most important life skill, I would say. We really don't know if any of these will come of use any day. But no harm in learning. Why be dependent on someone else while it's just a matter of efforts to do it by ourselves, right? Do you think I missed out on any such skill that is important and should be learnt by everyone? Let me know in the comments box. Thank you for listening to this episode, and I hope you liked it. Request you to subscribe, like, and pin your comments on this episode. I will be back again next Monday with another episode of Monday Morning Muse. Until then, spread peace and take care. Lots of love.